Oh, Lori, knock, knock. I'm ready to be ordered. Wait a minute. This is not the house I'm in. Well, hello, who are you? Brock Davis. Well, and wait, Abaddon Hotel. Well, this worked out a lot better than I thought it was going to. Well, let's see what's in this room. Oh, a clown. Wait a minute. Weren't you in a different position just a minute ago? Well, let me tell you something. I got a clown mask. It's a lot better than yours. La-di-da-di-da, da-da-di-da-da. What? How? We got a lake over there. I might need to wash this baby oil off after me and Brock got into it earlier, but what? Hello, how are you? Andrew Tully. Join your cult. See, I'm already part of a cult. And see, we got matching tattoos. It's called the Cult of Thorn. Ooh, it's a little brisky out here, this breeze. Let's see what... Knock, knock, knock. Hello, anybody home? Whoa, a clown. Now, wait a minute. Now, did I not already run into you once before? Or was that your sexy bald cousin? But did he have the last name Loomis? I do enjoy a sexy bald man with the last name Loomis on it.
Before we jump into today's episode, I just want to give a huge thank you to Creeporama and for everybody who tunes into the show. You can use our code Barons10 for 10% off at checkout. The holidays are coming and their drops are not stopping. So make sure you guys stock up on all your favorite horror movie goodies over there, whether it be shirts, hats, or any other things that they're offering over on their website, because it's a lot. And their drops have been amazing lately. So thank you so much to Creeporama and to everybody who tunes into the show. Be sure to use Barons10 in checkout. And we'll see you guys in the episode.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to the Barons Hideout Podcast. I'm Anna.
I'm still Dustin.
I'm ready for the theater.
Yeah, he's got his theater attire on.
Oh my god, dude. Just imagine if Jason had that mask on and how... I don't know what
scary he would be.
Yeah, how much more unnerving he'd be. Did you guys see who is rumored to be casted as the new Jason Voorhees?
Yes.
Dude, fucking Braun Strowman. And I'll send his name's Adam Copeland. Is his real or that's Edge. Never mind. It's Adam something though, but Braun Strowman's a wrestler and he was a wrestler in WWE.
I know who you're talking about because the Braun is what rings a bell. I did have a phase where I watched wrestling mostly for the divas.
And some would say he's a biggin.
He's a biggin. Okay.
He's a biggin.
Okay, we're not here alone, you guys. We have brought someone along with us tonight who this is their first time watching any of these movies, and he's having a fucking blast. Please welcome to the show Daniel Collins from Geeks with Beards podcast.
Woo! Yay, let's go.
Hey, thank you guys for having me on. Yeah, Anna, if it wasn't for you, I'd never known about these movies. And I love these movies.
You're very welcome.
I just started watching them a couple of weeks ago.
Daniel, you have been whored around to all of our shows now. How do you feel about
that? Well, first of all, I'm underpaid.
Okay.
But very enjoyable. Yeah, very enjoyable.
All right. I'll get with our people and see what we
can
do.
Get with your people.
Yeah, I'll write you a check. Don't worry. Just don't cash it in about 2 years.
Adam Shear is Braun Strowman's real name.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
But for those that are curious, Daniel is the man behind the voice that brought our moaning Myers to life.
He is indeed.
Mr. Brock Davies.
Dude, I sent that to these guys and I got a message back from Anna. She goes, he took 6 back shots.
I was like, I'm dead.
So good.
It was so hard to pick what to use and what not to because everything was so gold. But I'm like, we can't have a 4-minute long intro. People will cut us off.
Because there's people that hate that we have an intro now. So
yeah.
It's weird, you know.
It is weird. Just skip forward. Skip forward or don't.
When they have intro.
La-di-da-di-da.
Yeah, I mean, if we're on YouTube, they might expect us to just be like popping in like most people do. Most people I watch on YouTube don't have an intro.
Every person I watch on YouTube has an intro.
We're a show,
really?
man. We're here to entertain. We need.
Yeah,
an
we're
intro.
a show. Yeah, look at Little D.
Yeah, Dustin.
We're here to entertain.
He's here to entertain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
But Anna, what movie are we doing tonight?
Oh, yes. We are on to the third film in the Hell House franchise, our October retrospective. This week, it is Hell House 3, Lake of Fire. This is kind of the end of the original Hell House trilogy and the Hell House story portion of this franchise. So, with that being said, let's hop on over to Rotten Tomatoes and see what everyone has to say about this little old movie. Big duh.
This little old movie.
Big duh. With 7 reviews. We've got more than last week. 7 reviews. What do you think the critics said about Lake of Fire?
Man, the critics obviously missed out because of Mr. Brock Davies.
They did, yeah.
Man, I think they rated this movie at 40%.
Okay. Daniel, what about you?
Critics, 25.
Wow.
Okay. Lil D?
Wow. I'm gonna go a little bit higher. I'm gonna go and say 68.
Well, I appreciate the fact that the Dustins were shooting to the moon, but Daniel is closer. It is at 14%, yo.
Oh, that's yuck.
Right where it belongs.
Hey, you shut your mouth.
What is happening? Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, let's see what the audience has to say. With 100+ reviews, same as last week. Daniel, what do you think the audience rated it?
85.
Okay. Lil D?
Woo. Okay. The third one. I want to go and say 56%.
Okay. Big duh.
I'm going to stick around where I was at. I'm going to say 45 again.
Big duh, you're closest this time, but it's still lower, 37%.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Right where it belongs.
Well, you know what? The people who don't matter aren't included in this rating.
Yeah.
All right. If you guys don't mind me, I'm going to take this fucking thing off now.
I don't mind you one bit, Lil D.
He's slipping into something a little more comfy.
Now I can be the director.
He's getting his robe on.
Yes.
I can breathe now.
Good, Daniel. Give us a little narration.
Put him on the spot.
Whoa, for Dustin?
Yeah.
I'm sipping my drink.
Oh, Dustin taking off his mask and putting his robe on with a little drink and a little butter on the side for later.
Lord have mercy. Moaning Myers likes his lube, y'all.
Where's Franny at? Where's Franny?
I got his glove over here somewhere.
Oh my goodness, guys! I'm excited to get into this last one because I didn't even really know Big Duh's thoughts until he just kind of showed his hand a little bit. I think, unless he's just being sarcastic.
No,
but,
he's always straight to the point, man.
Yeah.
So this time we're gonna start with Daniel. Daniel, since this is your first watch through of all of these, tell us a little bit about your experience with the first two and then this one.
Yeah, you guys were talking about you're going to be covering it, and this is my first time. Like I said, a couple of weeks ago, I guess I started watching them. Mm-hmm. I'm not the biggest fan of found footage. That's I think the only ones I've really watched has been Blair Witch. I'm trying to think of anything else I've watched offhand.
Paranormal Activity?
I've watched a couple of Paranormal Activities. That's about it. And you guys were saying it was found footage. I'm like, I don't know. But once I got into them, I instantly fell in love. Fell in love. Good. And I have real life anxiety with haunted houses. I'm not a big fan of haunted houses.
Oh no!
So watching these, and the first one I watched on my phone. So watching these, I'm just like, and I have that reaction to jump scares that I want to punch.
Okay.
Rearing back.
I'm kind of like watching between my fingers a couple of times with the movies. But yeah, I enjoy them. Everyone, and like I told you, I just watched the fourth one yesterday. No spoilers or anything. I love them, all four. I love all four of them so far.
Nice.
So,
that makes me so freaking happy.
It's been such a great ride.
Nice. Big Duh. How many times have you seen this? Just once?
This will be my second time and my last time watching 3.
What?
Yeah, I've said this before, man. Like 3 is my least favorite, and this movie plays into what I didn't like about the Abaddon Hotel, and a lot. So that's why I didn't like it, and I've only seen it the 2 times. But to Daniel's point, we're gonna Anna, Dustin, we'll get together. We'll give him a list of badass found footage movies.
Yes,
because
we've been on a roll with them lately.
We don't need you to follow the path of Charlie, okay?
Oh
no.
Yeah. I don't think I'm that bad. It's just something I haven't really done a lot of experience.
That damn shaky cam.
Yeah. But the thing like with Paranormal Activity, what I just want to throw this out there real quick. There's a caveat to that being found footage because it's stationary.
Yeah.
You know, so I get that like aspect of it, but this is like the real deal type of shit. So
yeah.
Only my second time watching it, Anna, and
okay. Sorry, I thought you were. I'm sorry. I'm also sorry you don't enjoy this one.
He is done. He's done.
Well, D, how many times have you seen this one?
I think I've seen this one more than pretty much all the other ones except for one. So this one's pretty high on my list. I want to say I probably watched it maybe at least 6 times. Big Doug, get that face out of here, man. Get it out of here.
That's such a waste of time, dude.
Y'all, like everybody loves 2. Like that's like always another one. It's like, oh yes, that's great. We did talk about that one. I think we all, except for me, maybe I liked it a little bit less than you guys.
You didn't like acting in a found footage independent movie, dude.
There was hey, it's a second movie, dude. They could have fucking brushed up on that shit. I don't give a fuck if it's found footage or not.
Okay.
But
and you weren't a fan of Mitchell either. Not to rehash that.
I had my whole spiel on that one. So I mean you guys can roast me for it if you want. But this one, there's a lot of things I like about this one more than the second one. The first one is still number 1 on my list. Like that, I think that one's always probably going to be there. But out of the ones that we've watched so far, it would be 1, 3, and 2.
Oh, well, you were going to do that at the end of the episode, dude.
Well,
that's okay. We forgot to do it last week.
Whatever.
It's okay.
But there's a lot of things in here that's interesting and makes me think, and I love to think. And the second one was like, yeah, we're thinking, but it's also kind of straight to the point. There's a lot of like, what the fuck just happened? Why did this happen? That's kind of cool, but it's also kind of weird. So there's a lot of things in here that really pique my interest more than the second one. So
that's fair. Yeah. We're getting a lot more information in this one too, as the lore starts to build onto the story and everything.
The what?
The lore.
Anna, what about you? What is your history with Hell House LLC 3 Lake of Fire?
Lake of Fire. Last week I said that I can't remember when I watched 2 and 3, but I think I watched them all, not back to back, but I watched the first one and then 2 and 3 not too long after that. And yeah, they've been on like comfort watch in the background. Just one day I might be wanting to watch Hell House, and one day I might want to watch Lake of Fire, and one day I might want to watch 2, and I'll just throw that one on. But yeah, I still enjoy this one. I know it's arguably the worst one of the franchise. But I just don't care. I don't care. Because kind of like what Lil D said, there's a lot in this that makes me think. And also I like a lot of the metaphors and stuff Cognetti kind of used to tie Russell into the story of the Abaddon and Tully and Hell House and all that. And also like me struggling with religion as much as I have in my life, I do find religious stuff like this fascinating, especially in horror movies, and the fight between good and evil, because I think those are going to be the 2 constants on this earth. Even after all of us are long gone, it'll always be good and evil. You know, that's always 2 things that will be here. So I think that's a good foundation to kind of base this one on and base the bow you're tying on this trilogy for our Hell House members and everyone who's involved in that story. But this one takes place 9 years after the original one, 1 year after 2, when Mitchell and Morning Mysteries went missing, because nobody knows what's happened to them. Nobody has the tapes. Nobody has shown up like Sarah Hovel has at the start of this movie and said, here's all the tapes from the movie beforehand, or from, you know, in Sarah's case, from what happened months ago. So this is an interesting place to take it with Russell, because we talked about Russell last week. His name was on the chalkboard. He's the guy who compiled all the footage. And we find out that he's the one that's had all this footage. And I'm a little foggy on like how he got it. Was it Tully?
Tully was sending him this footage since the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
He told Mitchell that toward the end of the second movie, I believe, that he sent some videos to somebody.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I think when he's giving his villain speech in there. Yeah. Because Tully was doing all the sending to get people in, or the dominoes, I guess I should say.
He was sending Facebook invites, just wanting people
apparently
just come hang out at the Abaddon Hotel.
He was making fake profiles and being like, "Hey, I dare you to go check out the Abaddon Hotel and live stream yourself."
I bet you won't. I bet you're just too chicken.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one, we get a lot of the true crime kind of aspect with the interviews and the documentary style. We get a lot of that in this one, especially one-on-ones with people. I feel like we didn't get really any of that in the second one. It was just morning mysteries.
And that's why the morning mysteries took that part, because in the first one we did get the interrogation one-on-one type of scenarios. With the morning mysteries that kind of like put everybody in the same boat, which I liked. It wasn't like too much information being thrown at us. Like in the first one, there was Mr. Mustache giving us a bunch of information.
He's back.
He's back.
And I love it.
But he's like, also Mr. Beard too.
True, yeah, he's got a longer beard in this one. He's like, I knew y'all were gonna call me back. After what happened to Mitchell, where y'all want to start? He's ready to talk.
Yeah, man. But I like that. I like in the second one how everybody was there giving all the information at one time in story time. But this one, I feel like it needed to go that route, because with it being a year later, the case is just so fresh. Like, the information couldn't have been lumped together. It had to been everybody's experience to get at the same time giving us this information.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, so we get Vanessa. She's a new character. We see her again in part 5. She has replaced Susie, the blonde host from the last movie of Morning Mysteries. And her, in particular, was specifically invited to film Insomnia and the theater company that Russell had brought to the Abaddon. He bought the Abaddon because after what happened with Hell House and after what happened with Morning Mysteries, it was set to be demolished. And right before it was demolished, it was purchased by Russell Wynn. So now he owns the Abaddon and everything around it. And he is using it much like Alex did in the first one, but instead of a haunt, it's a theater company. So he's just finding a new location for his theater to put on a play. And honestly, in hindsight, if you think about it, it is kind of a cool idea. Not necessarily a haunted hotel or Faust or anything, but any play that could be interactive like that would be really cool to walk through.
Like an experience, like you feel like you're part of it.
Yeah.
I wanted to be there, man. Like the sets that they have in here, I love it. Like the whole, like the white room with the angels, like that is so cool and so fucking creepy. And like obviously they use that to their full advantage in this one with things going wacky in that room.
Yeah.
But let me ask you guys this. Let me ask you guys this right now.
Yeah.
This movie's a year after the incident with the Abaddon and Morning Mysteries, right? It's you said 9 years difference from Hell House. This show sold out for a whole ass week. Who the fuck wants to go to this? Knowing the Abaddon's history, who the fuck's lying? Dustin,
add me into that history.
No,
man.
Dude, I'm not. My ass is not going into that building, knowing that 9 people are just missing. No, fuck you.
But these people were all like super fans of Russell and Insomnia. They follow him anywhere.
Basically.
Plus Jeff dropped the price of tickets 30%.
Yeah, that's true. They would follow him anywhere.
Yeah,
like a cult.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with cult?
No, but that's what is playing into this movie. Is my point.
Yeah.
I can see that.
They're following him like a cult. A lot of people, align religion with that same mental state. Like they're like, people can compare religions to cult.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then we have the whole Tully cult that's in this. So this whole movie being a good cult versus bad cult is dumb.
What? I'm out.
No. I don't necessarily think that it's meant to be good cult versus bad cult.
My joke was because Russell's supposed to be the allegory of the good, right?
Right.
Yeah. And his followers will follow it. That's why I made a good cult joke.
And his awful line.
Yeah.
That you can't sell it all.
Yeah, and I think Jeff actually says that it's because of the heat. It's too hot. It's not selling well. And Tony talks about that in the first one.
Yeah.
Because remember, he's like, "Oh, we got all this wine down here." And I think Paul says, "Oh, well, doesn't wine get better with age?" And Tony says, "Yeah, not with heat, though." So
why is it hot?
Because there's no
we're in hell, man.
It's because they found the gates of hell. That's
all the portals down there. I'm like, oh well, they don't have any like working electricity. The air conditioner damn sure ain't gonna be running.
She's walking around with her fan all day.
there is one thing I want to point out.
Paying the electric bill around here.
There's one thing I want to point out between all of these movies. Why the fuck didn't anybody scrub off the fucking pentagrams in the goddamn basement?
Exactly.
Keep them there,
Russell,
man.
Exactly.
Russell and Jeff and Harvey are up in the attic where Alex hung himself. There's still bloodstains on the walls and the table they're sitting at.
Authenticity.
That's probably Russell's reasoning too. Yeah.
Sure.
Now that you mention it.
Yeah. But man, so Russell's character, we learn, was in a car accident, a fatal car accident, left him scarred, but we learned that he died for like 2 minutes. Like he was declared dead.
But not till the end of the fucking movie.
We're not
That's
told
a great reveal though, yeah. I think so.
But, and they're like, all right, so he's come back as another worldly being since then.
Well, so I did a little bit of reading on Faust. And
let's hear it.
Because I was not familiar with it, but I knew that there's a reason why this is in here, why this story's in here. Okay. And it is very much, it's not necessarily, Faust didn't think that, or it's Mephistocles, or something like that. It's a big Greek name.
Mephistopheles, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's it.
Like that.
Daniel, now you try.
Mephistopheles.
He did it great.
Mephistopheles.
But
you mean Hunkules.
Hunkules. So he said that hell isn't necessarily a place as much as it is a state of mind. So while there is still a heaven, but hell is just a state of mind. So I think after reading up on Faust, I kind of originally thought that for my first watches before this retrospective, I thought that Russell had made a deal with an angel or the god or something
to mirror the deal with Tully.
To mirror the deal with Tully in a way where it's like, hey, you have the means and the smarts to kind of get this done. And there was something special about him anyways, that or otherwise God wouldn't have, or whoever he'd made the deal with, in my thought process the first time, would have just let him be like, oh, hey, you just died. I'm going to bring you back, but you got to do me a favor. So that part really kind of didn't land with me. You know what I mean?
Do me a solid.
So
go buy that, do what you got to do, and then we'll see you again later on.
Yeah, I'll see you again later on. But what really happened was that Russell made a deal with either, I can't say if it's like the devil, if it's Abaddon, the demon Abaddon, or if it's Tully himself. But when he died, he made a deal to get his life back. And in Faust, when that happened, like even if he felt any bit of happiness, Faust, and he found joy in anything in life that he felt like that was something that he wanted to live all the time, every day, then Meta, whatever, would take his soul and it would become his. So I think that Russell made some sort of deal to come back to Earth, but just for his own selfish wants and needs. I think it was after he came back and remembered what happened in the underworld, hell, purgatory, whatever you want to call it, that he started piecing everything together. And even though in Faust, even though a deal was made, it's not permanent. Like, it might be temporary for a certain amount of time, but you can always be saved. So Russell doing what he did, he was baiting Tully and the cult. He was bringing the theater group there, paying them a bunch of money to do it. He was Jeff wanted to lower the ticket prices, and that's when Russell was like, well, personally, I think anybody will pay whatever and follow me wherever I go.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing.
Cool.
But yeah. But in this case, it wasn't that. It was him, because everybody's safe at the end because of what happens. So he's luring all these people here as bait for Tully and his cult, because I gotta say, the end, when the cult shows up, is got to be the goriest, most violent scene in the entire franchise.
Yeah.
So before we jump into that real quick, that storyline you just explained to me right here about Russell duping Tully and or Abaddon because of turning good, Spawn did it first. So
yeah. You can go back and listen to us talk about that.
No, he did. No.
But to your point though, like, I did like the fact that he did pull the wool over the eyes to where he had to guarantee everybody's safety at the end of this movie. Because I'm sitting here watching this, I'm like, man, this is brutal as fuck. But like, how come no one has talking about it in other movies? Because I forgot what happened at the end of this movie.
Well, because the only time they mention it in 4 is when they go to the antique store and they find stuff that was burnt down from the Abaddon when it burns down at the end of this.
But not when people are murdered by it. They just the burnt down part, which again, like I said, I forgot that happened. And you're absolutely right. I was thinking it too. This is the most brutal scene in the entire franchise, I feel.
And they do it in a really cool. Yeah, it really is. And they do it in a good way too, to where they're not like, it's not super gory. What I'd like to have seen more there always, but I don't think it necessarily needs to happen. Because like Lil D said, we get it. It's shot wonderfully because the fucking dumbwaiter
spinner dude, which they show that earlier on when he's trying to do the setup for the thing. There's like, can you stop spinning that? So like he's like, oh, whatever. So like they're putting things in here that they are going to use later on, and it's just really funny. It's like, I'm just going to drop this camera here. Bloop. Hey,
and we see, I love that spinning shot of everyone getting murdered and Vanessa's just hiding behind the damn.
Oh shit, how are they not getting me? Oh, don't worry, they're going to get you. Don't you worry.
Yeah. But I think the reason this is never mentioned in 4 in detail, because 4 and 5 are meant to be more about what happened before. Like, we know everything we need to know about Hell House 1, 2, and 3, as far as present day events and why they were there and how they got there and what happened with that. Now, Carmichael Manor is going to be about them piecing together, well, what happened before Hell House? How did all this start?
True.
So that's kind of why I think it, maybe they went that way with it and they didn't bring it up more, because they really wanted it to be more about the Carmichaels and how they tied into the overall lore of everything.
Yeah. But to your point, like, and Dustin brought it up too, like, the reason it looks so good is because of that white room. Like how the white, everything being on the white backdrops and the blood splattering against it.
Yeah, it looks great.
That fucking head turn when she sees God, who is it?
It's Vanessa. She's walking through the path and she like turns the camera to her.
Yeah, it's like, oh, she sees Jesus Jessica Christ
over in the corner.
Crazy.
Daniel, what was one of your favorite scary parts in this movie?
Probably was the Sarah with Isabel. That was probably one of my favorite parts. I always loved
the beautician.
Yeah. She gets the camera and then she sees Sarah looking into the room and Sarah looks at her and she's like, telling her to come here.
And fuck this shit, I'm out.
And then she turns the light on, goes in the room. No, I'm not following you anywhere. No,
Hell no.
I'm back out the door I came in.
Right, I've never seen you before, and you're telling me to come in there. Nope.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
she does the smart thing. She drops the camera, runs, and never comes back.
Never comes back. Never.
Good
comes
for
back.
her.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was probably one of my favorite moments of the film was that part with Isabella and Sarah.
I mean, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, good.
I was gonna say, if we're gonna talk scary parts, okay, we all know that everybody has been given a camera, okay? By our main girl, says, we want you to film as much as you possibly can. Okay, this one day when they're like, okay, you guys, there's a curfew, no one can go in, I think it's like 8 o'clock or something. Everybody has to be in their hotel, no one can go into into the Abaddon at all. It's off limits. What do these people do? They do a dare.
Drunk
hey, you go in there, you got to kiss the clown on its mouth, and you got to film the whole thing.
Dustin, I dare you right now to turn around and kiss one of your Michael Myers right on the mouth.
Which one?
It don't matter. Whichever one doesn't come to life.
Oh Lord.
Oh, Moaning Myers.
Oh,
baby.
Brody. No, yeah. For me, that scene in the basement with those clowns, I showed my buddy at work because I've been trying to get him to watch them. I'm like, you're gonna love them. So the other day I was like, I want you to watch the scene out of context from the rest of the series because I was trying to convince him. And I was like, this is from the third movie. So I showed him the lead up, and he's like, oh no, look at all them clowns.
The lead
like,
up
just
though.
wait. Just wait. So we're walking through with her through the house. And when she leans back and sees that our head clown's head is turned, Tony lost his shit. He's like, his eyes got big. He was like, fuck, no, I'm out. I'm like, see, you need to watch these now. And all these are like this.
Yeah. Like the shot too of you just looking at the doorway waiting for it to come. And you do hear footsteps.
Yeah.
But you also don't know, is it the clown or is it the guys from outside? We don't know. But she's freaking out. Like me, I just, there goes my lunch. It's out my ass.
I'm never gonna get so scared of something that I freak out, shut down, and sit. I am booking it. Like I am running until my legs won't run no more. I just kept running and running.
I just kept on running.
I'm tired.
And I said, I'm tired. I think I'll go home now.
I didn't kick him in the nuts first. I'm gone. I'm running.
Right?
There you go.
For good measure, right?
And if somebody gets in front of me, I'm sorry if I can run faster than you. You're left behind.
But it's not just that part. Like there's the lead. Like Anna just brought up the lead up to it because you see her walking and she like turns this corner and briefly over there you see somebody just standing there staring at her.
Yes. Yeah, it's one of the cult members or something, right?
I don't know who the fuck it was, but that happens a couple of times because like what Daniel brought up with it, they're like, yeah, Isabella used to, they came up with this stupid like reason as to why she never went back because she was always posting on social media that she was doing this, that she was there. And the next one says, these are a couple of pictures from Isabella's Facebook.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, they were cool until people started pointing things out in the back. Look.
Some of those pictures are dumb. I've got to say.
I swear to God, dude.
Like,
you would notice
Mac.
that shit.
Mac looking through the wine.
The Mac one is dumb. Yeah, totally.
How do you not see that shit when you're posting it?
I'm so excited. I'm posting it, not looking at it. No, you're fucking looking at your pictures.
You know what it is? Abaddon eyes.
That's what it is.
Abaddon.
Oh,
there you go.
Everybody's
got
got
up in this.
Anna.
Did I blow your dome?
You just. Oh, I got to mute.
He's taken out. Anna, good job. You did it.
There you go.
I
almost forgot about Abaddon eyes.
Oh,
say that 5 times
God,
fast.
dude. Fucking Abaddon eyes. But the people, she would have them because she was there.
And we would have them too because we've been following this whole franchise so we can see stuff other people can't.
It's still fucking stupid.
I know. It is. I'm just playing into it.
But that part is pretty fucking scary, man. But I think the part that got me the most is what Dustin brought up was when she's walking through that white hallway and we walk by all those mannequins, seeing that they're all mannequins.
And the hand and shit.
Yep, until one wasn't a mannequin.
Or was it?
She turns the camera around and she's like, Louis, I swear to God, if you're screwing with me, I'm going to kill you. And she even says, I swear to God, too, in that moment. She mentions it later, God forsaken. And Russell's like, why'd you say that? What do you mean by that? Do you mean it literally? Or is it just an expression? And she's like, does anyone who says God forsaken mean it literally? Which now she knows why he asked that. But
then we also...
Go ahead.
I said we also see... what was her name? Was it Jessica?
Jessica, she pops up,
She does. Oh my God, dude. Part 2, like when she pops up, that's some scary shit too. And I did a little bit of timing last night. Okay. Like the first Hell House was paced very well. You know, like the movie would roll and some shit would start happening and more shit would happen. And then 2 was just with shit happening. 45 minutes into this movie is when the girl goes down into the basement. The movie's only an hour 25. Which means that tail end is jam-packed with shit, which I wish that wasn't the case. I wish, because I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, all this shit happened to these people, but they have worked in this hotel for a year and nothing happened. But I feel like that has everything to do with whatever deal was made. Like they're not going to be bothered by any of these. I don't want to say spirits because I don't think they're ghosts.
I think they're demons.
Yeah.
They got for sure demons.
Yeah. That is why they weren't bothered because, like I said, in part 2 and part 1, shit starts happening immediately, and this one they go a whole year without any incident.
Yeah.
So
I think by now probably kids around and people around the area, after everything that happened with Hell House, Morning Mysteries, and all the other disappearances related to the Abaddon and with kids and people in the area, parents probably bust their kids' ass and tell them to stay the fuck away from there. Don't go on social media and live stream. Don't be stupid. There's obviously something up with this place.
Yeah, and they brought that kid up again about the kid who was live streaming on Facebook.
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
Fucking Cardi B.
Why you do that?
This might be a hot take, and people will probably be like, "Wow," but I think out of all of the people that we have met throughout all of these movies, I fucking love Russell. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because he got that badass scar or whatever, but like, especially after you've seen the whole movie and know what he's doing and what he's trying to do, and he's trying to, I guess we'll just say it here, like he's trying to save everybody in a way that he possibly can. Like the whole ending is very much like, what the fuck? But everything that he does to get to where he is, I think he is the good guy out of all of these movies.
I think I agree. I think I do actually, because even if you think of all the Hell House people, you have Alex and then you have his friends and Sarah, but they were innocent. You know what I mean? I wouldn't necessarily say the goodest of the good because look at Paul. You know, Paul's a skeezer.
I love him. No.
And then I do love him. I know. But then 2, we kind of get the same thing. You know, you pleaded your case for Mitchell to go to the island last week. And
I did.
Some people could feel that Mitchell's really bad. And just like I said, fuck him, you know, or fuck her, fuck Jessica, him saying that, like, I'm not going to die for her. But I don't think that there's really anyone that's like full on good in these first 3 other than Russell that's trying to like do good. You know what I mean? Everybody else just kind of the day to day, like they're doing the haunt. They're following these mysteries to piece together what happened with the first 1 and 2. And now we're here and Russell's trying to take care of, knock down all the other dominoes before they get a chance to sit back up and continue falling the way Tully wanted them.
He dried up that lake of fire real quick.
Yeah.
Shoot. But I mean, Daniel, are you thinking of who I'm thinking of, who is the goodest of good people in this franchise?
I don't know.
Who the fuck are you talking about?
Somebody who was there for the better or good of man to find out what was going on at the Abaddon.
Brock Davies.
Dude,
Brock fucking Davies.
Shut up.
You're just a Brock boy.
I'm a Brock boy.
No, there's nothing wrong with Brock. Okay, he's
There's
cool.
not, yeah.
He was a cool dude, but was he doing anything to help anybody other than himself?
Yeah,
No.
he was trying.
Because I think he was a fake too. You know, like
No.
he knew
He's
his
an
stuff.
asshole.
He knew his stuff, and he's like, "No, this is publicity. I know what I'm doing."
He was
I
just
got
he
this.
was just a better looking Zach Bagans. That's all.
There you go. Yeah.
He goes,
Fucking-
"What's up, demons? It's me, your boy."
Your boy Brock.
Russell literally died, okay? And he came back for whatever fucking reason he came back for. He bought this cursed gateway to hell hotel to host something in for a front, okay? He's doing that because he knows everybody loves his shit, and he's doing this to bring all these people in here so that way this cult is like, we have sacrifices now. This is great. And then he's like, yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to fucking kill myself again so that way I can bring these people back because I'm actually an angel and you are a demon. You're the devil. You fucking suck. Yeah. Are they trapped in purgatory? Yes. But would you rather be in purgatory or burning for a hell and being a slave to Tully? Let's be real.
That's a good question.
Purgatory.
Definitely.
At least you can be with your friends.
Well, at the end of it, he's freed them. He freed all the souls, so they're not in purgatory anymore.
No, they're trapped in the house still. They can't leave the house.
They're trapped in the house.
Yeah.
Well, he says you can. No, Russell tells him you can move on now. I know they couldn't leave the house. I know they couldn't leave the house per se, but I think they meant it in a way that like Alex was trying to leave the house because he was ready to leave and go back to his regular life. But Russell says you're free now. It's time to move on. Yeah. And I think I think that's them going to the bar to have a drink. Max saying, "Hey, come have a drink with us." Alex realizing that it's over. We're done. And then him and Sarah going in there after them. That was them moving on. And I think that's why they saved it till kind of the end credits, because we get the title card. We see Paul wake back up and we see them all. I thought it was really great to see all of them come back for the last one.
Me too.
And have one last little hurrah.
I felt a little bit sad for Alex at that moment.
I did too.
He realizes I kind of feel there's a little bit of a redemption for him, just a little bit, because he kind of realized what had happened and what he'd done to everybody, and finally sunk in.
Yeah, but Russell told him this was your fault.
Yeah, it finally sunk in, and going to Russell, like little Doe was saying, he tells Vanessa at the end, he's like, "You don't need to be there the last night."
He tried.
Literally,
go on now and
need to be there.
Well, I mean, to her point, she's like, "No, we've been here this whole time, and you don't want us to be there on opening night."
Yeah, just do dress rehearsal. It's the same thing. It's fine.
Don't be there.
But I love Jeff and Harvey too. Those are two great characters, I think, in this movie.
I did too. I enjoyed them. Harvey was a breath of fresh air and some comedy.
Yeah,
and
dude,
Jeff being kind of the number two guy.
Turning off.
Yes.
Yeah. And Jeff was like the handler, for lack of better words. He was the COO of Russell's company, and also his right hand. Like, he handles all the business.
The only time he
kind of Russell later.
There's one moment he kind of pisses me off is when Vanessa does see what she sees, and it freaks her out, and Louis confronts me, and Jeff's kind of like, "Look, she's just afraid. She didn't see anything, right?" Almost bullying her into saying no. I didn't see anything. Yeah. That's the only time I kind of didn't like Jeff. But other than that, I liked him. I liked Harvey. Of course, Russell, Vanessa. Which, did they ever say what happened to Susie? Why she replaced her?
No, the only thing
Russell's like, I don't like her. She's a bitch, but I liked her.
I was gonna say that. I'm gonna say it is a welcomed change because fuck her. Because she's sitting there degrading this poor, probably intern who's bringing her a coffee about somebody just relaying the information. And she goes, "Who the fuck do you mean? I just talked to Tasselman right here."
Being
a good. I bet you they were still recording. No, actually, I bet you people seen that footage.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure Russell probably got a hold of it and released it somehow.
Because
I think Vanessa replacing Susie was part of the dominoes, and that will come into play later. And why I think that I don't want to spoil nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But to Anna's point, like with Russell getting all this footage and nobody not knowing what the fuck happened to the Morning Mysteries crew, Vanessa walks into Russell's hotel room to try and talk to him about something, and she's watching the footage on his laptop of what happened to this crew. So he has all the information. He knows what the fuck happened.
Yeah, that's kind of that gives me chill bumps because Vanessa looks at the camera and Louis after he kicks him out and says, "Was that Mitchell?" And then Louis goes, "Yeah, the missing Mitchell Kavanaugh."
Yeah, and just the whole mystery behind Russell too, because they show us a lot of information at the end of this movie. Like it cuts to the Hell House crew at this diner, and they're talking about what's his name? The fucking God damn it,
Tony?
No, the New York guy you were quoting,
Lucifer.
No, the Lucifer's Tavern.
Oh,
Lucifer's Cabin.
Oh,
we gotta get rid of Lucifer's Cabin. No, gotta get rid of it.
And they're like, all right, and they all get up and walk away, and you see Russell just sitting at a fucking table.
Yeah.
And the same thing happens in
the bar.
At the bar, but that bar, I like that they've revisited it in this one because it just feels familiar, you know, like oh, that's that's like the table that Mitchell was sitting at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I didn't like is the fact that he was just being a dickhead to this server for no reason. He's the one that showed up late, wanted to order a meal. Then he goes, "Hey, what kind of 1980s to maybe 91 wine do you guys have here?"
That's like somebody coming to where I live and being like that. It's like, you know
fucking
where we're at?
Dive bar, dude. You'd be lucky if they
but
have
he's from
wine.
New York, dude. You got to understand where he's from, you know. So who knows?
That place is in New York, though.
But
what does that matter?
City. It's not the city.
My point is,
New York,
you can't say he's from New York when that place is in New York still.
I get it.
Okay.
It's the country. Countryside.
It was just, I'm like, dude, like, quit being an asshole. And then he goes, give me dinner rolls, and everybody eats it. You know why they're all hungry? Is because they were waiting for your ass to get here to eat.
He's a businessman. He's making deals with the priest.
Some fucking shady ass deals.
But there's another part.
That's who he worked with to help him figure out everything he needed to figure out. Because here's something I was going to say earlier. Because if you think about it, if Mitchell made a deal with the devil or whoever, and he gets back on Earth and realizes that he starts putting the pieces together and he's trying to figure out a way to save himself, but maybe also take care of the problem as well. I don't think he necessarily went into it looking to take care of the problem as much as he did to fix himself. And I think the key to that is Father Paulus. I think he might have went to Father Paulus and was like, "Hey, here's what I've got going on. Here's what happened. What
Take
can we
my
do?"
money.
Well, he also
I also think that, you know, if you think of Christianity and God, if you ask for forgiveness and you ask for God into your heart and you repent for your sins, then you will be forgiven and you will be allowed to enter into the gates of heaven. So I think Russell did do that. And that's why he was able to pull the wool over Tully's eyes in the long run, because it said that no man would be able to close the gate. It would take an angel from God himself. And I don't think Russell could have had that title had he not repented for his sins and saved himself in the long run first.
And died and came back.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why he found the religion too, is because, you know, he probably wasn't living the best type of life before the car crash, you know, and then he gets a second chance. He might think differently now of, you know, valuing his life and where he thinks religion needs to be within it. And that's where that happened. So not only is Tully have dominoes falling, this angel that, you know, takes over him also has dominoes that are falling.
Sure.
And I hated this in Supernatural, the show, but I get it. If you have bad, you have to have good. I did not want good at all.
He just wants dead.
No, but I said in the last one at the end, I just wanted my haunted house movie to be about a haunted house.
Yeah.
Not some religious allegory or there to be like a solution to it. I love the fact that this house is a living, breathing, or led to believe it's a living, breathing entity. To that, it's like a beacon that draws people. It has to feed to stay as powerful as it is. But then we learn it's about Tully is the power, the beacon. And that was just my biggest flaw my
gripe.
My gripe, that I just didn't like the fact that this took a hard right turn into religion.
That's fair enough, though.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's a hard right turn. I understand why you say that, but it was kind of sprinkled in there a little bit, especially in the second one. When talking about Tully and his cult and stuff like that in the end.
Towards the end, yeah. But I mean, the first one is a straight up fucking haunted house movie.
Yeah, I know.
And I love that stuff. And the second one was but then, like I said, at the end of this, when the shit starts rolling, I dig it. You know, I like when we see all these scary parts happening, and then I don't know, that tussle down in the basement between the two of them hugging each other out, and then they fall into the pit.
That's the worst part, yeah. And the CGI, it's rough. Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, it's bad.
But I guess if I'm gonna bring up another, this is more of a what the fuck moment. Is when one of the actors, and I think it's Jeff and Harvey that are together, and they start hearing one of the actors talking to somebody. That's
Gregory, yeah. Gregory.
Sarah, yeah.
Yeah. So they're like, who the fuck is he talking to? And they go over and he's like, she was just right there. Where did she go?
Welcome you into the pits of hell.
Yeah, that was another like what the fuck moment. And this movie has a lot of that. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And that's what I really enjoy about this one is like there's a lot of twists and turns that happen along the way. Yeah, maybe the directing in this one is a little bit less than the other ones, but I love the characters in this movie. I love them way more than 2. I honestly don't really care that much about the people in 2, to be honest.
But I like the moment like when Russell and Vanessa are walking, and there's like, this might be the only time you get to interview me, and she says that godforsaken line. And he asked her, you know, why did you say that? And she's like, well, I don't even really believe in God. He's like, well, I didn't either. She's like, were you born again? He's like, well, not the way you think. You know,
to the point I was trying to make, yeah.
Yeah, and then, you know, of course, he's explaining the carnival situation that used to be there.
Glad you brought that up. Yes.
The hayride stuff and everything. And then we did get Brock in this movie now because she does find his little
chat. Yeah.
Yeah, and they got BD on the back, so I got to see my Brock.
Yeah.
He did pop up.
Piece of him, anyways.
Look, I had to disagree a little bit with you, Big D, because I like the good versus evil thing. I've always liked
that's fine.
You're a superhero guy for sure.
I've always liked that, and I kind of when he mentioned Faust, I'm like, I don't really know much about it, but I knew a little bit about Faust. Okay. I'm like, okay, this is possibly going to be an angel demon situation, but I don't know. Then when you find out at the end of that is what had happened because he saves everybody, I'm like, hell yeah, that's why I really liked about this movie was the whole thing is like, yeah, they're putting in. I know a lot of people don't like the religion stuff, but I like that they put that in there that he was a angel from heaven or a disciple of heaven, however you want to say it, sent there to finally stop Tully, finally close the gate and stop all of the deaths and stuff going on in this town that they've suffered for 40 years or however long it's been, you know.
So let me ask you this then, like thinking about, I mean, not that I'm trying to gauge religion or anything, but but you just said it. How long has the Abaddon been being evil since what was like the 80s is when it opened?
Yes, the 80s. The 80s is when they had the mass suicide.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it still continued to run for a while after that until a woman and her daughter went missing. And Tully was blamed. And I think, I need to figure out some stuff on the timeline there, but it wasn't too long after that it closed.
Okay. And then Alex rebought it in 2007, and then it stayed there. And people still went missing, right? So it's just safe to say about 40 years, like Daniel just said, right?
Yeah, roughly. Sure. Yeah.
Is this the first attempt that for heaven to send an angel down to try and close it?
I think so, honestly.
Probably.
Well, you got to think how many people die and then come back like that.
Yeah. That's what. But that's what I'm saying is like they could have easily just done that, you know. But to the point where
that's why I struggle with religion.
This evil has been going on for 40 years, and it's like, all right, now let's intervene.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm right there with you. That's what
maybe they were hoping for free will and that the human. Maybe they was hoping maybe somebody finally this footage getting out or something like that. All these documentaries that maybe would knock sense into the people that they would stop going on their own.
Maybe humanity will just do the right thing for once, you guys.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. I don't remember who told me this, but a person is smart, but people are dumb.
A person is smart.
Yeah.
And it's like Vanessa asks Russell, she's like, you would think after all this stuff has happened, the carnival, Hell House, Morning Mysteries, why would they still want to have activities out here? Why would they still do this?
Why would you pay to go to that shit knowing what's going on? They sold out for a week.
Yeah.
Look at what happened.
Do this stuff.
But look at what happened with the girl who went in the basement. She did that dare because she didn't believe in ghosts.
Mhm.
Jessica, same thing. I don't believe in ghosts. And Mitchell says, yeah, neither did Diane. But
you look at that girl now. What is she doing?
She's dead.
Let me in now.
Yeah, dude, what you sent in our chat was so fucking
her.
That was the first thing I saw this morning, and it scared the fuck out of me.
That's so accurate, man.
I seen her last night, and I'm like, fuck long legs, dude.
I love long legs.
No, I love long legs, but it's just like that's all I seen was Nicolas Cage.
Hey, real quick, Daniel did mention this talk where Russell and Vanessa are talking, or this place where they're talking, and it is behind, kind of near and adjacent to the Abaddon, because we also see this same field in 2. That's where Mitchell and Jessica and them park their car and they're going in the back way. So all this is behind the Abaddon. And Russell tells Vanessa that he like turns around and he's like, the fairgrounds are over there. And then they used the cornfields behind the Abaddon for the hay rides. And then they closed that down because some people got hurt. And we hear about that. Vanessa's like doing a one-on-one with her camera, and she's like, there's some more stuff that's happened in this town that's now alarming that I should have, done a little more research on, whatever. And she mentions a name called Billy Braddock. That will come back up later. That's all we hear is his name. We don't know any information other that the Rockland County Fair had a bunch of disappearances. People also speculated that they might have ties to the hotel and some other stuff that's going on, which we'll also save for next week. But we're starting to get some names mentioned, like Patrick Carmichael last week from before Hell House and how all this happened. So little Easter eggs are being placed. And then when they're also in that in the bar, there was a quote that Russell said. I think Vanessa says something to him like, why aren't you resting, or why aren't you preparing for tomorrow or whatever? And he says, I want to spend tonight with my people because tomorrow night will be hell.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I ever caught that.
Yeah.
And
the
then
last
also
night of normalcy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then when we get Russell and Tully's interaction in 2C, Tully's like, brilliant move with the cameras. We taped everything too when we first got to this place. So that right there's setting up how we have information and proof of what happened before for the next 2.
Dude,
so
when he reaches in and grabs that kid's head at the table and mushes it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty good. Using his Hulk strength.
Mm-hmm.
And the theater group are a bunch of pretentious assholes.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. I mean,
they're
wieners. Kids.
But I was a theater kid, and I was never a pretentious asshole. Some of us aren't, or some of us are just nerds, But what I do like, even though we can't stand any of them, at least I can't. I do like the fact that they feel like they have been together for a while. Like they're cracking jokes, they're busting each other's balls. I like when Russell's like, he's talking to Gregory. I can't remember what Gregory says, and he's like, "Oh." Russell's like, "Do you want to send them your reel? Maybe show them some of your headshots. Kind of, like, settle down, dude. You're not that important." And then also the same girl, the same girl who kisses the clown is behind him. And he's like, "Oh, I did Shakespeare in the Park. It was me and Amy Adams." She's like, "You and Amy Adams? You were tree number 3. 2 people played a tree better than you." And then you hear, "Oh," like it just
got his ass.
I like that ball busting. Like I felt the chemistry between them in that moment. So I appreciated that.
I'm sorry. I think Max had said something about he'd known Russell for like 5 years. They'd been together for maybe 5 years. So at least 5 years he's had this crew with him.
Mm-hmm.
I think at least, yeah.
And much like Alex, they're loyal and they'll follow him around. And he's also paying them extra money because he's
that's what he said. He's like, "Hey,
Russell's
they're paying us a lot of money."
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Isabel was smart. Russell offered her double the pay, and she said, "Fuck you, I'm out."
Yeah. She's like, "No, I'm leaving. I'm not staying."
Hell no.
I don't need all that extra money to buy new underwear, okay?
Because if I'm dead, I can't spend no money anyways.
There's one thing in this movie that makes me question what is going on here. And it's before Russell, essentially dies again. It's when he turns on the camera and he goes, "Oh, I guess I'm finally using your camera that you gave me." And he's walking down the hallway and nobody sees him. Can you guys what is it because it's dark that they don't see him there? Do you think? Or is he really between dimensions at that point? Does he have this ability to transition between both of these worlds at a whim? I was just that was making me scratch my head.
I see what you're talking about. Yeah, when he goes to 2C, you see the two
people,
participants walk past. I didn't clock that as him not seeing him. I just thought that maybe they just didn't pay attention, just walked on. But you might be right about that. Maybe he wasn't physically there. I don't know.
That's kind of what I thought too, is that, because if I'm in a haunted house and I see an actor or something out of place, I'm just gonna be like, oh, I didn't see that. That's not supposed to be happening.
Except in the first movie when the clown runs out and the girl's like, wait, what?
I guess that's not supposed to happen. And then, but I do like what you're saying about going in between dimensions, because we do get that cool shot on the camera of Tully flashing in, like he's trying to get there.
Who's
that's
up
really
at
interesting.
2C?
Yeah, Tully.
Well, that's what they say. They're watching the camera and they're like,
"Oh yeah,"
and it's blinking.
Mm-hmm.
If I saw that, I'd be like, "What the fuck?" I would not just honestly think that my equipment's malfunctioning, because they're
Jeff,
loaded. They've got the best
out.
equipment. Yeah.
Jeff, you got this?
What was the text?
Go ahead.
I said, what was the text guy name?
Harvey.
Harvey.
Yeah.
He's like, all right. We're doing light test number 2 over. And he goes, turn off this light and turn on the red light. And you see that fucking lady right there?
Yeah.
The one that got Paul, they're back in Paul's room.
Yeah.
And then she gets and then touches him and he flips out.
All right, run it again. Let's go.
Scurry.
But yeah, I don't know. That was a scene that I love all of this. And that was the one that every time I watch it, I'm like, what is going on here? What is their intention on showing this? Obviously, it's for him to have the documentation to send off or leave behind for other people to see. This is what's happening and this is what I can do. And this totally is here or whatever. But I don't know. Just the way that it's filmed, it really makes it look like he's not physically in that realm with those kids.
But the camera sees him, which is I see your point, but it's we would have seen him flicker, we were seeing Tully flicker.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Well, Tully is evil, so of course he's gonna flicker.
It's angel eyes.
Angel eyes.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Angel eyes.
Well, what do you guys think? Should we rate this bad Larry, as Little D would say?
Yes. Yeah. This Larry needs to be rated.
All right, Daniel, we're going to start with you. What did you think of Hell House 3? And where would you rank the first 3?
First 3? I would give this a 5 out of 5. My personal ranking.
Hell yeah. When you said you loved it as much as you did in the Discord, I was tickled.
I do. I love, like I said, I guess the good versus evil, the angel stuff is kind of what put me over the top with loving it as much as I did. Because the way it ended with Alex and everybody there, and they're trying to get out. They don't understand. Russell comes around the corner. He's like, you can't, I saved you. You're free, but you can't, that put it over the top for me. As far as ranking them, I would probably have to go, and I hate to really put anything at the bottom, but I probably have to go probably 3-1-2. Probably.
Okay.
I hate to put 2 at the bottom because I really, really like 2, even though Jessica, because Molly's fear in part 2 got me. When she was afraid, I felt her fear when she was afraid. That would be me. That would be me.
Yeah. Wait, are you screwing with me right now?
I don't care if you call me into the house. I ain't coming in that fucking house. I'm standing out in this field. You just keep hollering at me.
I'm the lookout for a reason. I'm looking out.
Yeah, exactly. But I would have to say 5 out of 5 and 3-1-2. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Very nice. Big D, what about you? Lay it on us.
Let's go.
I don't like the religious aspect that this movie turned into.
That's fair.
And that is so fair. That's so fair.
I respect that. It's fair, yeah.
I guess I've said it before. I said it just a little bit ago. I want a haunted house movie just to be a fucking haunted house. And that's all it needed to be. I didn't need to have so much backstory to why this house is so evil. Like, I just think heinous shit happened here. That's why heinous shit continues to happen here. The last end of this movie, it did pick up, which I did admit that I did like that, that it was punching on all cylinders, but it's not my thing, man. Like, this movie's a 2 out of 5.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
2 out of 5 for me. I will probably, unless we do this retrospect again,
no,
we'll probably not watch 3 again.
Parker.
Hey,
no, I'm joking. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
I'm just saying, but I would put it at 2, 1, 3 for my my ranking.
Interesting. Will D?
Oh man. Okay. I really enjoy this one. I really do. So it's going to be a 5 for me as well. This is a 5 out of 5.
Fuck yeah, dude.
This one, like, there's so much more thought going into it. I feel like the world building is stronger, in my opinion, than even 1 and 2, because there's so many things going on. Like, you see dimensions, you see literally different dimensions. And this whole good versus evil, I love that shit too. I love when something can overcome a certain whatever it may be that's going on. Yeah. Would I also like this just to be a haunted house, just to be a haunted house? Yes, of course. But it just makes it so much more interesting when there's other things at play and there's multiple parties doing things. And we have a fucking literal massacre that we watch. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's insane. Insane. And the way, another thing with these films is how they can continuously change how this place looks and still make you as confused to be like, well, where are we right now? The only place I always remember is the kitchen and the shelving with all of the wine,
like the bar area. Yeah.
That everything else is just like, what's going on? All the middle things.
There is one part. Sorry to cut you off. There's one part that I did like that they do in this, that they did in 2 and they do it in 1, is when they're running from whatever evil and they're running and then it hits a strobe light and the light starts strobing and then you go into like the spider web room. That spider web room is from the first one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that they did it. They carried it over to each one too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because that happens in 2 when they're running from Sarah to go upstairs, and then it happens in this one when they're running past the white room before at the massacre.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Like Vanessa says at the beginning, she asked Jeff's like, "Is that stuff from Hell House?" Like, yeah, it's still around. We haven't fully made it ours just yet.
Right.
Yeah. Which is also really cool. But yeah, 5 out of 5, and my order would be 1, 3, 2 for sure.
Okay. Damn.
I just love how this all tied up, and like we had somebody who had this ability, or even in a way a privilege, to sacrifice himself a second. Well, he didn't really sacrifice himself the first time getting into a car accident. I don't think. Maybe that was intentional for him to do what he had to do. Who knows?
No, I don't think so.
But for him to have this privilege and gift to be like, I can go up against this massive evil that's fucking everybody's lives up, this whole entire town. I'm going to sacrifice my one self to bring back all these people who did not know what they were getting themselves into. And you guys are now able to do what you need to do. It's so like heartwarming for me to be like, there is forgiveness. People are able to move past. And yeah, you did some really fucked up shit, Alex. And we fucking hate you still. At least I do. You are on that fucking island forever. I don't care if you fucking realize after the fact that, oh, I really did fuck up and now all my friends are paying that price. I don't care. You're still an asshole. But for Russell to be this guy, knew what he was getting himself into, had all these tapes, and he was bringing things out and showing literally the world of like, this is what's happening in this little town, in this little place, and people need to know so something happens and can be closed. It's beautiful to me. And yeah, this movie may not be as scary as the other ones, but the storytelling in this one I think is the strongest, in my honest, humble opinion. and I'm leaving it there. Anna, what about you?
Insane.
Yeah, Anna, follow that.
God, how can I? This one definitely has flaws, like Big D said, like we've all commented on. And this one gets the majority of the hate out of the franchise. I think that might change once 5 comes out
Mm-hmm.
and everybody gets to see it. But I
Yeah.
don't think a lot of people will go back and rewatch them all like I've suggested. Just listen to me, people. Hell House, I know it all. But I really like how, like Lil D said, the storytelling aspect of this. Like, that's why I'm so obsessed with Five Nights at Freddy's, y'all. I know it's weird. I'm 36 years old and I'm obsessed with FNAF. But the storytelling, dude, amongst years and years of games coming out and the Easter eggs that were put in, how the new game always explains stuff from the game before it. There's a little bit of that I talked about last week. Like every new movie kind of plays on stuff from the one before it. I really appreciate that. And that is very hard to do. So, like, I've tried to write before and I'll say, I'll add writer to my job title, but I don't do it like I used to because I don't feel like I have the talent. You know what I mean? Because I see stuff like this and I'm like, my God, like this is so smart to me. And I think that's what kind of sets these apart in my book is that they're all not a haunted house movie. Like the haunted house is there, but I would probably be like, I'm getting the same movie over and over again. Like, when are we going to change it up? It's the same thing. We're getting the same scares in different ways. So I think with the story changing from movie to movie and the characters changing, I think that's what really helps this franchise thrive and what's made it kind of stick around for as long as it has. But I do see its flaws. The pacing, like Big D said, I'm not a big fan of the pacing, even though I do like it. The CGI is bad. But honestly, I think of it like if I was making a movie and I was lucky enough to make a trilogy and I had the opportunity to use some CGI, I would probably think in that moment it looks a lot better than it really does. You know what I mean? Because I'm like
Sure.
hyped, I'm making a movie. So I can forgive a lot of the miscomings in these because of my love for the franchise. And it really it's like the franchise that could do no wrong, but it can. It really is like Scream for me as far as that's concerned. And that says a lot. So with that being said, I'm going to give this a 4.5. And
Hell yeah.
I'm going to rank it honestly 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3 in the
There you
order
go.
I like them. But yeah, I really enjoy this one too. Because some days I'm just like, you know what? I want to watch Lake of Fire. And I'll just pop it on in the background,
Lake of Fire.
Lake of Fire.
Just a girl watching her comfort movie.
Yeah, little Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
Daniel, thank you so much. This is your
Yes.
first time over here, right? You've been
It
yeah.
is.
Yes.
It
Yes.
is. Yes.
Yes.
We
Welcome.
broke his cherry tonight.
Yes,
Finally
we did.
finally got to meet little D. It's a pleasure.
I know.
Yes,
yeah.
and my goofy ass over here.
Pleasure in little D.
Oh yes, I did. I did.
Thank you.
Get to get in the Lake of Fire and wash all this lube off.
I will say
Mm.
real quick, if you don't mind, the CG. I guess the CG parts are the only thing I would say I would kind of gripe about. I think
Right.
it would have been more impactful, maybe a little bit more scary if just the door just shuts at that moment.
Give
and
us
you
a big
hear-
flash of red.
Yeah,
Do
like
like
the door
a
just
flashbang.
like the door just shuts and you hear the screaming or you hear the fight or something and you see the light or whatever. I understand it's supposed to give you that look of the pit, but I think it'd been better maybe if they didn't show it. But I completely understand. It's a small little nitpick that I have
Right.
overall of the films.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. But yes, Daniel, thank you so much for finally joining us. Please tell our
You-
listeners about your show and what y'all do over there.
Yeah, the Geeks with Beards podcast. We're mostly a comic book review podcast. We do toy reviews every once in a while too. And we just dropped our episode. Actually, newest episode just dropped. We did the Sailor Moon manga.
Oh yeah. I need
We
to
covered the
listen.
first chapter of the volume 1 manga, and we went back and watched the first episode of the Deke dub from the 90s, just kind of compared a little bit.
Mhm.
I think I like the manga better than the Deke dubbing of it. That's just my personal
Okay.
like I like it better. And then for October, we've got a couple episodes coming out. They're going to be kind of horror themed comics a little bit. We're still working out what we're going to do, so I don't really want to say anything yet. But I think
Okay.
it's going to be 2 good episodes. I think everybody will enjoy them, I believe.
Very nice. Very nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Y'all please go follow Daniel and Sean over at the Geeks with Bears podcast, Spotify. Y'all are on YouTube as well.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, we are on YouTube. Our audio episodes are there. We have little toy videos that are on there as well. Yeah, all the podcast platforms, all the socials we're on just about.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'll have that in the description below for everybody as well.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. Big Duh, what y'all got going on yo shows?
So on Flicks and Friends podcast, we are kicking off Universal Monster Month with the Creature from the Black Lagoon, or sorry, Creature from the African American Lagoon.
That tickled me today.
Fucking robot chicken.
You said that at the end of the episode. I was like, wait, that didn't come out today, did it? But you mentioned it. Okay.
Yeah. We're doing that over there. And then over on B Action, we are doing the month of horror. And this coming Saturday, we will have put out our first episode with a werewolf movie that has werewolves in it.
Let's go.
And by werewolves, I mean Anna. Anna is there with her hairy back and all while we talk about 2024's werewolves. Banger fucking movie.
Banger.
Banger.
So my other buddy at work told me and Tony, because he's the werewolves guy, like I am. He's like, oh, I watched Werewolves with Frank Grillo. I hated it. Me and Tony were like, what? We did the Friday turn and like, what?
At least this one has werewolves in it.
Right.
The fact that they make their own werewolf rules and follow them, I'm okay with.
Same.
I'm fine with that. Anna, what do you got cooking over on Give Me Back My Action Horror Movies?
See, by the time this comes out, it will be our first horror episode. Oh, goodness. It'll come out tomorrow. And it was the first time watch for me. It was Basket Case.
Ooh.
Diving into
that face.
Diving into the Hen and Lauder deep end.
Yeah. I've watched Frankenhooker and Brain Damage.
Yeah,
and I'm still
Elmer.
partial. Elmer. I'm still partial to Brain Damage. Just my fave. But next week will be Evil Dead Rise over there. We are in full
I got
blown...
mom's spaghetti in the other room.
Nice. You got a cheese grater too.
Oh.
I got it when I went to go to the secret premiere of it.
Oh, you went to a secret premiere for Evil Dead Rise?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
With an old friend.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Say less. Yeah. I actually mentioned to the fellas that it's the only Evil Dead I've ever seen in the theater is Rise. So
wow.
It's gonna be a good episode.
Okay.
It's gonna be a fun month. And yeah, horror movies, spooky season. It's our time to shine. And we're shining.
Hell yeah.
Little D, what we got cooking over here, man?
Oh boy. Well, we're just like kind of cracking open a case for our spooky season here because we're going to be having some extra sprinkled goodness over on our Patreon. So for those of you who want to support us further than just on our YouTube and audio platforms, you can go right over to Patreon for $2 a month.
$2, Bob.
And we are going to be dropping some classic cartoon horror special reviews over there. And I'm so excited for that. We don't really have a schedule for it as of yet. We will be discussing that at some point.
It'll be a surprise.
I'm very, very excited for that. And another thing that I'm so excited for, and we are doing it tonight, Big Duh, what are we bringing back?
Tales from the Barrens is making its debut back again.
Yes.
We had to take a break for Fantastic Fest because that was just so much to do.
Yes.
But I'm so fucking pumped to talk about short films again.
Me too. Our scare scale is back.
Gotta dust her off.
Literally.
Dust the scale off.
But other than that, we're going to be continuing our Hell House coverage over here for the remainder of the spooky season. And I'm very, very stoked for that. But yeah, Daniel, thank you so much for being here. And thank you to the other ones being here every week. I love you guys so much.
Make sure you guys...
The other ones.
He says that all the time.
That's my horror movie called The Other Ones instead of The Others.
It's the
other ones.
It's the Ewans.
The yuns.
Y'all.
The Ewans. But yeah, you guys can also be following us over on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. YouTube is where it's at right now, guys. So go on over there. Thank you for everybody who's been entertaining our comment section over there. It's been really, really cool. But
Hell yeah.
This has been such a blast so far. And I'm excited to dive into the rest of these Hell House films. So thank you guys so much for being here. And we'll see everybody on the next one.
Bye.